Please subscribe. Not now, but right now. Subscribe to the Fight Week Show. We'll see you guys on the road soon.
What's happening, Fight Week Show fans, Fight Week Show people? Then we are back for another episode of Dust Up Shakedown with my two brothers, Naz and Jordan. How you doing, people? Let's start with Jordan first, man. How you doing, man? You good?
I'm good, mate. I'm good. You had to think about my name there. That was fucking boss.
Yeah, bro. I was talking about it to Naz just before we came on. I said, "Fucking hell, man! I've just learned how to pronounce your name properly, so I'm gonna start doing it properly from here on."
Yeah, you good, man? You good?
Well, I told him let's call you Keith. Keith Jordan.
What about you, Naz, man? How you doing, bro? You good?
Yeah, man's blessed, man. Man's good. Summer's coming to an end, but I'm still trying to get the sun in, enjoy a bit of the beaches and whatnot. But yeah, man, these pay-per-views, I feel like they're coming in thick and fast, man.
Bro, I mean, you're not wrong. And big up to everybody in the chat. Let me do a quick housekeeping first before we get round to it. Big up to everybody in the chat. I say Fight Week Showcase there, my boy Leroy running the thing there. Snoopy Triple G, salute to you. Diego C Palace, big up yourself. Adama like Bane, salute to you, brother. Yeah, man, bro. The week that we've had, caption saved, Georgie Oyabo son, Tayyib Hussein, salam alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Big up yourself,
spitting it.
Yeah, man. Oi, hey, listen, the week we've had, the last couple of weeks, we've been building up. And as you man can see, I got one more sleep on the hat right there, man. You know what I mean? EFC 107 is knocking on the fucking door. And if you man haven't seen the face-off interview that we did with Terrence Balelo and Gift Walker, go back and check it out, man. You know what I mean? Go back and check it out. It's on the page. Don't leave now. Go back and check it out is what I said. No, I'm not saying leave now. Yeah, wait till the end of the show. And if you haven't seen the weigh-ins and the face-off and the weigh-ins, that was intense, people. Absolutely intense. And that only promises fireworks for tomorrow's main event at EFC 107 that my brother Naz and Jordan from a prediction show, Jordan Wright, the What's the Odd MMA, that's his handle. What's the Odd MMA? Go and check out his page. They're going to be doing the watch along on that tomorrow. I'm going to be stuck at work, but I'm going to be supporting the boys while they're doing it. So people, keep an eye out on our post. We're going to be releasing the time and when the watch along is gonna kick off. So keep an eye on it. And we're going to give more on the EFC 107 breakdown, how Jordan's good, how Jordan's seeing it, how Naz is seeing it, how I'm seeing it, how the chat is seeing it, because you guys have been part of, you know, our build up towards it as well. And we've got a special thing coming up as well on the channel with Bellator Island. We're working hard on it.
Nice.
We'll be speaking to certain people, and we got something special brewing. You know what I mean? So we're gonna release that at the end of the show as well, man. I'm gonna tell you guys all about it. Made headway with it, and it's bloody special, absolutely special, people. So just hang around, people, hang around, and we're gonna tell you all about it. But before we get to that, interesting week in Paris last week. Very, very interesting week. Let's start with Cyril Gane and the boy Spivak. Cyril Gane and Spivak, bro. Let me come to you first, Jordan. That fight there, did you think it was going to end as early as it did? Did you think the performance was going to be like that? I mean, I had Gane to win, but not as impressive as it did, as he displayed. Please tell me what your take was on that.
Like you say, man, very impressive. You know what I mean? From the start off, just came out fast. He was just striking. He was light on his feet. He was in and out. He was stuffing them takedowns left, right, and center. You know what I mean? I thought the game plan for Spivak would be get him to the ground, and because we've seen the holes in Gane's game before. Yeah, I mean, like the grappling side of it is very much. He got caught very early by John Jones. He struggled with Ngannou, who's not even a grappler. Yeah, I mean, like And that was round 3, 4, and 5 of Ngannou as well, where you think these boys should be getting tired around about now. We got absolutely dominated by him as well. So I thought, mate, if Spivak gets him down to the ground, it's going to be a long night for Cyril Gane. But fucking hats off to him. Incredible performance. Like I say, he just outstruck him. Hell, had heavy body shots. He had that big welt on the side of Spivak as well. Mate, yeah, I mean, you could have marched soldiers up that fucking hill. It was unbelievable, mate. But nah, I seen Gane taking it. Didn't see it going that quick. Very much like Tom Aspinall and Marcin Tybura, just ran through him. Maybe not as quick as Tom Aspinall did, but he just ran through him.
100%. I'm with you on that one there. Naz, I mean, Paris was going crazy. Bro, that atmosphere is one of those that you want to be in. You know what I mean? When you've been to fights and you see those sort of atmosphere and the way they root for their own. It's incredible because I'll probably say
you say that, yeah, but they were robbing his house while it was going on.
We were going to get that, brother.
We'll touch that.
Shots fired.
Bro, the French, man, they were giving them the best hype ever. And I was like, this ain't better than the Irish crowd. Bellator Island is better than France. France is the second or third I've heard in my life that's the best. And I don't know, they were too much as all haters on like Tom Aspinall and the opposition. I'm like, nah, other than the Irish guy, none of them really deserved hate. You know which Irish guy I'm talking about. But they were giving a lot of hate to Spivak when he's coming in. Just that, I was like, just that is enough to take away 10% from him.
I found that in London as well, though, when I was there in April. A lot of the crowd were like, and fans were booing the opposition fighter. You know what I mean? It's just what they do, man. Like, but
look, that's what, you know, that's their thing. And rightfully so, because you got to make, if people come into fight in enemy territory, you got to make them feel uncomfortable. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
To give one of your own that little bit of advantage, because you always hear fighters say, look, the crowd can't fight for you. Sometimes they can, you know, sometimes they can. There's such a thing called the Anfield crowd. If people don't know about it, go and find out. Go fuck around.
Get yourself in the
out.
cup and see what the fuck it feels like.
Shaka's been there, fucked around and found out. Arteta's been there picking the fight with Klopp. He fucked around and found out. Trust me, it's a thing. It really is a thing.
That's why all those MMA scouts was I want to fight in Anfield. I mean, Darren Thomas done it, flopped. I mean, Paddy Plymouth's the one with the pin of hopes on, but boy, man, France, I don't think it is better than London. I feel like the London crowd has probably a better MMA knowledge as well. So not only have having no offense to these newbies in France, but it's not the best crowd, and they kept going on. And a Bisping, that sellout, you traitor, Bisping, you traitor. He says the best crowd by a little while. I was like, how dare you? Now everyone in London is going to be on your case, and everyone deep down knows Ireland's the best place, man. Ireland.
I think what supports it is I've never been, but I've been told by some boys that the Accor arena is a quite small arena. You know what I mean, compared to the O2, it's a lot more like.
It's more
tighter in with the seats.
Not only the more engaged, they actually do engage. They literally sing the songs you come out to almost word for word. I mean, the French didn't do that. I thought that was going to happen for the last one at least, but that energy, like, you know, honestly, I can't wait to go to a Bellator Ireland event. I hope Bellator, you know, Ola gave me some good news there, so that's good. I'll be going to one soon, hopefully. But PFR, I know they're in for them. But man, that main event, honestly, it went exactly like I called just beforehand. I made a voice note on the group chat. I know Ola banked on that bet. I know he made a bit of pee on that last one.
Yeah, I should have waited a little bit, man.
That's better to just cash out and then put a single bet on the final one. Because you're going all well, you might as well. That way you got money and you might make some more money. But I just knew he wouldn't be able to take him down. I just felt like, all right, he's practiced how to sprawl properly. As long as he could sprawl. And he done it he looked like a frog at one stage. He was so flat. It was mad, that sprawl. There was no way he was going to take him down. And I love Spivak's name, the polar bear, like the biggest apex predator, but he doesn't live up to it, man. He doesn't have the next level wrestling. Doesn't have that. And I still stick to my guns. I still do think they're gonna do.
You mean
Curtis dirty?
You mean Curtis Blades?
Curtis Blades isn't gonna win. They're gonna give him Jolton Almeida since he'll be the winner. I digress here. They're gonna give him to someone that's basically want to take him down one more time. And if he passes another takedown, you know, aggressive fighter again, the UFC will be like, "F it, we forgive you." because he beat two people that want to take you down, and they're high level. I'll give Spivak that. Honestly,
he'll be back in
there.
there.
Tom Aspinall, if he didn't fight Tom Aspinall, Spivak will be so highly touted. So highly touted. It's because Tom Aspinall, we were like, well, he can't be that great. He lost, but he leveled up a little bit, and I just thought he'll do better. But honestly, gone, man. He's hit that. He's at his prime. This is it. Like, I think anyone that fights him, apart from the greatest of all time, John Jones, which will never happen again. But yeah, man, he should soak this up, take his time. I do hate how he buoyed off Tom Aspinall, but then he was chilling with him later on when he's after party all night. I was like, this guy's a weirdo, man.
I know, but he didn't like. I think Tom was trying to get in the ring, and somebody said he's in the ring in the octagon, and somebody said, "No, he's not allowed to get into the fucking octagon."
No,
after
you
it.
know, Dana and Hunter were pissed. They wanted him in the ring. They're like, "This is how he works, bro."
But
Garn,
that just goes to show Garn wants none of that smoke, mate. He fucking knows.
None of it.
Serial Gaines ain't wanting that Tom Aspinall choke. Telling you, man.
It's a crazy bout. Cyril Gane really impressed me with that one, because I did not see him treating Spivak like that. Maybe more will come out down the line that he was dealing with some kind of injury, like you said, with that rib. That rib
looked mad. I was like,
he
just sticking out of his side, and Gane was touching it, bro.
He could have hung a hat on that fucking thing.
Well, remember the bolo punches Gane was doing? He was like, look, I'm not a heavy puncher when I just throw quickly, but let me load up and curl it and roll it around. Man. I was like, you're letting him land bolo punches on you. Like, you're done, basically. You're unboxing.
Big Falcon punch, man. Boom.
And yeah, he was doing his mad, like, fake and technical means.
You see, the up and down as well. The up and down was wild, where he just started fucking shit to get the job done. Like,
bro, what is Gane doing? Like, he doesn't. I feel kind of bad. Like, he doesn't even have that next level power. He doesn't even have that normal power. That he has, like, the lower division power, that heavy. But just the lower division power and heavyweight is still, 235 pounds of force against you.
Yeah, man.
Tom Aspinall probably has more power, to be honest, and he has a snap to it, a quick snap.
Big up to here today. He says credit to Gane for putting in the grappling work, but Jilton is a whole different threat.
Hey, Jilton Almeida, he's from the Amazonian rainforest. This guy, not human.
Bro, we're in for a treat in the heavyweight division with the sort of fighters that they got cooking up in there, man. They got Pavlovich up in there. They got Blaze, they got Almeida, they got Jones, they got Stipe.
The Stanley Pavlovich is the one I'm keeping my eye on.
Yeah, man. It's gonna be very, very interesting. They got Tom Aspinall up in there. So we're gonna enjoy the heavyweight division. Hopefully, probably see more fights in that division before the year is out on some of the fight nights. But it says here, every French fighter won, apart from one French fighter.
Yeah, either one of them was going to lose.
Yes, exactly. That don't count.
Yeah. There was always going to be one. Like, there was always going to be one. It was just which one was it going to be?
It was against a French fighter. They don't count.
Yeah, man. But again, it was very much like London last March. It was every fucking UK fighter was just getting the finish. I mean, but it was like, what was the other one just a few months ago? Canada, the Vancouver card. It was fucking hell, man.
They had like 4 Canadians. They all won. Yeah, all 4 of them won.
Hey, that's more than Canada's won in the last fucking God knows how many years, though, isn't it?
Well, it's happening this week as well. It's happening in Australia. All the Australians will win.
Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah, big up my boy TJ Warren, man. I just seen you finish your stream. You're going back to work.
TJ, bro.
You know what I mean? He had to wrap up his stream and get back to work, man. I still had time to pop in, say hello, and get right back to work, man. So salute to you, TJ Warren. Like I said earlier on, yeah, man. We got to hook up a time where I got to jump back on the channel with you, man. You know what I mean? So we have Manon Fiorot and Rose Namajunas. I said on the prediction show, even with my Rose hat on, and it just goes to show people, yeah, I don't just pick on no favoritism just because I like a fight and I have a boss keys. You know what I mean? My boss engine is alive and kicking, bro. You know what I mean? I'll be putting people under the bus when they need to be under the bus. But now let me come to you. Rose's finger in halfway through the first round,
Yeah.
that was mangled up. But
Yeah.
good pep talk from Pat Barry and say, hey, listen, you don't need that finger. You just need a left hand from hell. That left hand from hell did not come.
Did
What
not
did you
cut.
make
Bro,
of that fight?
I feel like, they spoke about it later. It was dislocated and it could have been popped back into place. So that's where I was disappointed. I feel like a Trevor Whitman would have been like, relax, Rose. Let's do this. Click, clack, put it back in place. Hands fixed. Let's go out this. Carry out the plan X, Y, and Z. But Pat Barry was giving it the third round talk in the first round. I didn't really like that. Oh, you got 1 minute, like the sense of urgency and rush you put on her, and I don't know. Maybe if he didn't, it wouldn't have changed things. It's just been much more of a more boring fight. Rose might have just kicked back a bit more, because if Rose did kick back, Munoz wouldn't have brought it to her hard, But it just looked like a chubbier version of Rose, slightly. Not like fat, just slightly. I'm like, okay, she just didn't cut weight this time. Like if you've seen her in the Ultimate Fight, you've seen her throughout history. She never ever looked like that. She's much more of a slim type. And honestly, even without the hand thing, I think she would have still lost that fight. Like at best, it would have been a closer one, split decision. At best, if she won another round. But honestly, Munoz is just too big for her. She wasn't even doing much as well, to be honest. She was doing a decent variety. She's walking her down to a degree, but she just looks bigger than her. Even went punch for punch for her. Like, Rose didn't have nothing for her. I thought her kicking game would be much higher. She didn't even kick that much. I was disappointed a bit by Rose, man.
Yeah, I mean, let me come to you now, Jordan. What that injury there obviously affected Rose, but in my opinion, injury or not, she didn't have nothing for Manon Fiorot.
Mate, the way you pronounce that, I can't even pronounce that name, mate. That's fucking incredible. Yeah, so I think
I learned from the best, but the annex.
I'm on the same lines as Naz again. Yeah, I mean, I feel like I'm winding up with Naz too often. I mean, it's like favoritism, but I think it still would have gone Manon's way at the end of the fight. But I think with a right hand, it would have been a little bit different. I think it would have been a lot more closer. You would have seen a bit more output and pace, and you would have seen her trying to put it on her a bit more from Rose. Like you say about Pat Barry, man, in that first round, like what the fuck was he saying? Don't worry about your little pinky. You don't need your right hand. Just be the left hand of death or something he was saying to her. Yeah, just be the left hand of death. And it was just like for another 10 minutes, mate, with that mangled finger. Yeah, no worries. Like, yeah, I mean, give me a sec, put my coat on, I'll get back out there. It was like, what's happening here? But I think, like you say, Manon was too big. It was just too much for her. And it wasn't even a standout performance either. That head clash was nasty. There was blood absolutely pouring down her face. Yeah, I mean, but good fight back and forth between them. I think it would have been a little bit closer if Rose never had that injury at the start, but I still seen Manon. I'm not even going to try and say it. I thought about it, but I'm not going to say it. I just ended up saying it's tough, mate. It's tough.
Big up Ravi, my G now. Right. I see Snoopy G say touch of death. Remember that on Simpsons? The touch of death when Bart tried to learn it. That's
hey, people. Man said, why is all us camera look so creepy, bro? My camera is special. I got the camera, man, but StreamYard be hooking man up. You know what I mean? They make us look crisp out here, man. You know what I mean?
That's because Owl woke up extra crispy this morning. He's like, let's go.
He had his Rice Krispies.
You know what I mean? We got 4K, we got HD settings, everything on there, man. So you can just pick which one you want. Let's get back to Rose and Manon Fiorot.
No, let's move on, man. I'm joking.
No, I want to know what you think is next for Rose now, because she just come from 115, went to 125 on her first outing, got dominated in that way. Yeah, albeit the injury is there, but we just between the three of us just said, even without the injury, I don't think she would have had anything for Fiorot there. But my thing is this: where does she go from here? What's next for Rose? Naz, what's next for Rose?
Honestly, she refuses to go down weight. Apparently, Pat Barry tried to convince her. Apparently, he's been telling her like, just go down weight and kick this girl's ass, get cash, and take the belt again. But she's like, no, I don't want to be champion 115 again. Don't want to climb Everest, I guess you could say. On the climb whatever Kilimanjaro now, which is the way above. And I don't know, maybe she wants to challenge Shevchenko. She's hoping to challenge a super ultra legend like her, and she is a bit up there. It's not like the same Shevchenko. Maybe that's one of her dreams. A bit like how GSP always wanted to fight Silva. She might try to go for that. But again, it seems like that kind of super fight will not happen. Who's this Odo 2.0?
Hold on, I was just going to say, who the fuck is this? I like it, but goddamn, you picked a good picture of me. I'll be pulling out eyes like that, man. When I'm really trying to drive a point of eyes like that. Big up yourself for all that over. You're my new favorite person right now, man. You're my new favorite person. Big up yourself. Man. So it don't look like Rose wants to go back down there. Maybe she.
Well, she's on a banging contract anyway, so she's making money all day, every day. But she needs to win. She needs winnable fights to make that. Like, you know, when you're 300, you need to win that to get that extra. You know, 600 makes a difference. Not this fear. Well, you know what I mean. Like, and she's on the Pat Barry diet, bro. She's not coming down again.
Okay, let's move on to another fighter here. Benoit. Benoit.
No, but Ravi earlier, 1 second, Ravi earlier asked who was the most offensive fighter in this whole card. You just said his name, man. This guy, Chris Benoit's alter ego, the French version.
Absolutely lethal. He is lethal. And big up Benoit and Dennis on that fight there against somebody.
Danny. I thought you were good at these names.
They're going to say Danny. I've been hearing that every podcast, bro.
Thanks for the correction there.
Right? Benoit Saint-Denis. I can smash that one, mate.
Hey, say my name properly or I will smash you.
Yeah,
no, he's so aggressive. He brings that military mindset to the fight and he infects it into his opponent somehow. And all these fights, win or lose, have been just so good. I knew he was going to win. I knew from his last opponent, it was like, this brother's reaching that new level. Like, he's on a new level and he touched into it, bro. Honestly, man. I reckon he's going to get into that top 10. I'll see him fighting Steamroller and Drew Dober in the future. You know what I'm saying? But I interrupt him, man. Yeah.
100%. Look, I agree with you. I mean, doing that to somebody like Thiago Moises, that's not, it's not no slouch or no pushover by any sense of the imagination. But to
Islam Makhachev went rounds with the guy.
I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy. But I do like his performance, and I'm looking forward to seeing, what else is got in the tank. Volkan Ozdemir against Bogdan Goskov. I don't know what this win does for Ozdemir. Like, I feel like he's just almost like in a free falling sort of way in the 205 division. It's not like up there, it's not down there. It's just like almost like a mid-table team for people that know that analogy there.
It's like, Chelsea.
You could say that about Manchester United too.
That's about to say that. Shut fuck's sake, man. Fuck's sake.
No, they'll be back. We won't.
Oh, I'm still loving that ass whooping. There's so much.
I bet you are. Yeah, I mean, how many days have we passed it? 4 days past it.
But we're no. That was a robbery. Garnacho scored, and it
no. Stop your noise, brethren. But that was
onside. Man went like this. Man done a moonwalk. Done a Michael Jackson to take him offside.
Them man, they thought they won. I love them kind of wins there, When the man they thought they won, man. And
did that ruin football, or did it make more money for football? Do you think this creates more money via arguments, online stuff, tabloid?
Oh, of course it does. Of course it does. More eyes, more fucking voices.
So a good thing, I guess. If it's making more money, it makes more sense, right?
Yeah, of course it does. But let's get back to Volkan Ozdemir, because they're kind of like Manchester United, kind of like Chelsea right now. You know what I mean?
I know.
But he found a win. He found a way to win. Vav Renike choke. Jordan, let's come to you. Do you think this win, a win like that, especially a finish, moves the needle for Volkan on the next fight that he might be getting?
Depends where he's going to go. Yeah, I mean, like you said, he's a bit up there, down there. He wins one, loses one, etc. Yeah, I mean, but that was an incredible performance. I think he had a couple of wins in a row now, hasn't he? But he does that. He seems to go on a couple of wins and then loses one, then gets a couple more again. I'm just trying to have a little quick look at who he could potentially be coming up against. Yeah, I mean, it could be Smith,
bro.
Yeah, that's what I just said as well. But he's only one step ahead of him. Would he really want to go for that? Yeah, I mean, Johnny Walker could be a shout. Like, I mean, Ozedeme is another animal, man. His performance was incredible in Paris. Like, you can't knock him for that. But yeah, it'd be interesting to see who they can match him up with. Obviously, Jan's there, but he's moved up to heavyweight.
I like Walker, man.
Ankalaev. Has he fought Ankalaev? Did he get beat by Ankalaev? I feel like he did.
Yeah, I believe he did. He got schooled by Ankalaev, I'm sure.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I mean, so how far up the rankings is he going to get? Rakic?
Rakic, I think he fought him. No, if he didn't, I wouldn't do that anyway. That's a dangerous fight. And honestly, he's in a new level now, and he's the perfect age as well. 33 is like one of the perfect age for like heavyweights, and he can still make weight very easily. And he's training with Chimaev and Gustafsson. He's an all-star in Sweden and also in Spain. He's been going around. I can see it in him. I know that feeling like when you go to a new gym, like for the first couple of weeks, and he's okay. You get that. He's learning fast again. He's learning things.
Yeah.
He's going to start doing more chokes and going for grappling. And Chimaev is showing him some, proper tricks. I honestly, I see him leveling up one more time. He's going to reach that older man strength, but you're not, just before the gray hairs settle in, 33, 34, 35, 36. Those are the age, like 35. So I reckon he's going to make a little bit of a run. But I just think he needs to pick his next man. Properly. One easy win, one easy opponent, and then go for a difficult one like Johnny Walker. Johnny Walker as well, even if he wins
been his career.
Fight, but Johnny Walker can never say no to a lower fight because it's like, bro, you got some really bad history, bad history. I suppose. Like, I don't
he's
care
been on a tear recently as well.
If I tell you to fight the 10th guy, you're fighting the 10th guy because you were once 10th, 11th, knocked out twice, and we still gave you upper opponents to jump up. So Johnny Walker should never be able to say no. Because like heavyweight, it feels like everyone's fighting everyone very quickly. I'm like one more year and I see all of them have fought each other. So good thing Pereira's there. I want to see how that might go. So there's a lot of shit that can happen. But yeah, man.
He's been beat by Jury.
Someone's saying Drew Dober is racist. I love him, but he's not racist. Anthony Smith is one of his best friends, and Anthony Smith is mixed race.
Leroy just fucking around, man. Leroy just fucking about, man. You know what I mean?
Bro, I love Drew Dober, man. I hope he does fight Saint Benoit and whatever. But as for Uzdemir, I can see him just doing one or two things now. Don't be shocked, man. Let's see how it goes, bro. Let's see how it goes. And he's loved in Europe as well after this little. It was basically a knockout and a choke. That's what it was to me. He ended him on the ground, the floor, in the stand up, and then choked him out. That was only his second submission, and I think his first fight was a submission. And he's not really a submission guy. But Chimaev, am I showing him something?
Need to remember too, though, that was Guskov's first fight in the UFC. Not a lot of people win the first fight in the UFC.
Yeah, that is true, yeah.
That's true. Yeah, 100%.
You know who did? Yuri Prohaska with Uzdemir.
There's not many of them that come out like that. But I guarantee. Well, I wouldn't say I guarantee, but I almost guarantee. I think my boy's debut when he gets his debut, Oki Bolaji, when he gets his debut,
yes, he will.
I think he's going to show out, man. Big up to Oki Bolaji. Salute to you, man. The Zulu Warrior.
The Zulu Warrior is going to fucking kick ass, like.
Yeah, man. I'm so looking forward to his debut now, man. Bro, I can't wait till they.
Well, I don't want to be technical, but I swear the Nigerians aren't Zulu.
No, he's half Zimbabwe, half Nigerian.
Oh, there you go, my G. Zimbabwe's okay, cool. Now, I like that. Now the name suits him proper now. Oh, man, this is me. I want to see him come through, man.
You've got the Nigerian flag down, then you got the Zulu on there, man. Just
he's repping both, yeah.
Both half of his.
It's like you represent Britain and Nigeria.
Yeah, man. Big up to Oki Bolaji. Salute to him, and congrats on his win on the Contender Series to secure his contract. We got one question here that I really wanted to ask. Ravi asked. Let me ask. I'm gonna come to Jordan with this one. Ravi asked, did you guys prefer the chokes or the grappling? I mean, the grappling kind of leads to chokes most of the time.
That's what I was thinking as well.
They kind of go hand in hand.
Yeah.
Especially for the guys that really know
I mean,
what
not just any choke, any kind of submission threat is exciting. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people don't really like watching grappling or the ground game, and I don't know if it's a lack of knowledge. Do they not understand how difficult that shit actually is?
that
I
shit
can
is
get
so
from they just want to see people get KO'd. You know what I mean? But when you really understand the technical side of things and you see the moves, that like just trying to transition and get from one point to another and trying to advance and trying to get to a point where you could go for an armbar or a fucking Kimura or trying to get somebody in a triangle, just the little movements
or
that they need
something
to do.
even crazier. Don't love
Yeah, I
something
mean,
crazy, some
like
weird
a
choke.
twister
Like,
or
what
fucking.
yeah, how do
I
you
know.
choke him like that? How do you do that?
Yeah.
Reverse leg locks and like what? How do you reverse triangle him? You're like, all right, you can do some crazy shit.
For me,
But-
even with grappling, like just passing,
Yeah.
just to pass
Yeah.
is hard to do.
Yeah, it's tough.
You
Like,
know, the passing on like a dummy, like a dummy prop in the gym is one thing,
Yeah,
because that's not trying to fight you back. It's not resisting nothing.
yeah,
But
somebody
when
with
you're doing it with
100%
another
resistance.
That's
fighter
fun
that's
though.
trained,
Even that's fun.
you know what I mean?
Oh, here we go.
Doing it with another fighter that's trained for the same thing you've trained for, and then you're trying to pass guard and pass into side control or try to exert some kind of dominance in the ground is just energy draining, man.
But do you see that comment though?
How
Do you see that
draining
comment?
that shit is.
The transitions.
Do you see his casuals comment? I'm joking, Cashin. Big up, man. We prefer stand up. Everyone prefers stand up. That's what we all prefer. It's just we don't want to lie about it. But once most of you fighting is stand up, to be honest. So when you see grappling, sometimes it's a bit rare. Most of it is stand up these days. Dana's programmed them to do that.
And more to your chokes. More to your question, Ravi. Conor McGregor has just received his black belt in jiu-jitsu.
Oh, Conor McGregor.
He's just received his black belt in jiu-jitsu, man. He got that yesterday. Congrats to him. You know what I mean? He's trying to get back in. He's trying to get back in the testing pool. He's doing what's required to try and get back. I think Dana forced him. Like, bro, you can't do this Ultimate Fighter thing and then just walk off and trying to do, bro. You gotta get in there with Chandler, man. So I think they're trying to work something. And Conor has clearly been working in the gym, and he got his black belt yesterday. And like I said, more to that actual question there. If somebody like Conor that's so striking orientated is still learning and going for his black belt in jiu-jitsu, it goes to show the relevance of grappling and being able to know what you're doing on the mat. When you
lose, you learn.
Yeah, man. So
I like Conor McGregor for always doing that, but the fact that he's still here with Dylan Dallas just makes me think, nah, man, this guy's not serious.
Bro, Conor's Conor, isn't it?
Dylan Dallas is showing whatever Logan Paul's girlfriend's pictures of all these ex-boyfriends, from Leonardo DiCaprio to some next random guy, and he's doing like weird stuff, pictures of his girlfriend with Cosby and a real picture with what's his name, the guy that Weinstein. I was like, no.
Dylan's doing the most.
And his girl said some crazy shit on Snap back in the day, and he's just bringing up like, oh, I really want to have a big sausage. And I was like, oh my days.
I've seen that as well. Where the fuck is he finding this from? Like,
that's just rough.
Trolls, man. He's the number one troll.
That's rough for Logan Paul, man. Like, nobody really wants to see that and have their thing being aired out like that in the in public like that. But yeah, his girl is a thought though, you know what I mean? She's one of them. She's one of the hoochie mamas, man. You get me? Like, she handed it out, man. You get me?
Bro, that's
somebody put a tweet out the other day. I can't remember who it was, and said Dylan, fucking Logan's about to lose half his money and half his Prime deal in about 2 years' time when she divorces him. Yeah, I mean,
bro, it's tough, man. It's a tough.
I bet that man's got the lawyers on the prenup as we speak. Like, I swear to God.
Prenups upon prenups.
Prenup, make sure that prenup got bulletproof, because that bitch will fucking find a loophole in that prenup, bro. Trust me.
No, but you see, like,
she seems like she's finding holes in shit.
That's true. But we see Bezos, made some next prenup. The prenups always get walked around in America. They get stomped, they get shat on. Let's just say they never work. But he's making some next special one. Like, he's getting his top panels of his Jewish lawyers. Like, all right, you can't get more than 100 million loss. He's getting married again, isn't it, Bezos? He can't get more than 100 million loss from this divorce. Like, but so the chick signed it as well. Like, yeah, if worst case scenario we get divorced, I only get 100 mil. Where this last wife of his got like 5 or 10, 15 billion, something like that, because she helped build Amazon. But I was like, these prenups, man, that's what every UFC fighter should get, fam. They know that's what Dana should be putting in their contract, man.
Yeah, bro, let's get on to Laura Sanko. She's going to be making a debut.
Jeez.
Yeah, man.
This weekend.
So
man.
she told me this in London in April.
Oh, no way.
Oh, look,
July.
look,
sorry, yeah.
look
Met
Jordan
her
with
How come you
outside
didn't snitch it out?
because
You
it's
tell us,
hers
how
to
did this
tell.
conversation
Yeah, I mean,
come
I
about?
wasn't like she's like working within pretty much a man's world. She's absolutely killing it. Yeah, I mean, and for her to have her first pay-per-view event, I'm not going to jump on Twitter and be like, "Oh, Laura Sanko's just told me." That's her news to share, man. That's her success. That's her fucking story. You know what I mean? So
Bruv,
I had a
you
few
never done
people.
Ariel Helwani.
Nah, man, nah. I did a little bit with Dan Hardy, like, because he was saying to me he was trying to get on the undercard for the Ngannou fight, for the fight that he's getting called out for.
Diego
He said he's
Sanchez
coming
and
back.
him.
Yeah, man. And then obviously when I was speaking to Laura, she was saying that, and then I was just like, that's
Yeah.
fucking wicked. But I was like, keeping my mouth shut on that. That's hers to share, man. Her success, like.
Bro, big up, man.
Yeah,
You know her
man.
like that, yeah?
Diego C. Palace, salute to you on reaching 1K, my bro. Big up to you. Keep going. Don't give up. Keep working at it.
What? Am I
And
subscribed to him?
And here's to 2,000, and here's to 2K, brother. You know what I mean? Congratulations, my bro. Keep up the hard work, brother. Keep up
Who's
the
the
hard work.
stumbling
in the
man,
chat,
for fuck's sake?
Okay. What else we got on the agenda? We got Jared Cannonier is set to stand in as the backup for Easy and Strickland. I don't think we're going to be needing Cannonier in this fight. Did you man get round to watching the press conference between those two?
Well, the press conference is tomorrow, isn't it? But they've had a little bit of
they had
media
like a
stuff the
scrum.
last.
Yeah.
I caught up with a little bit of Strickland's one earlier on, and I seen Izzy saying who was there when I won the belt. Rob Whittaker's in the back. I fucking love that man. He's a legend. Like, but yeah, that's all I've seen so far. Strickland's a wild guy on the mic, isn't he?
Strickland was talking so crazy.
Comes out with some shit. Like, I don't know how that man's not been arrested.
He already said he don't give a fuck about the fight. He said he don't give a fuck about this fight. Number one. Number two, thank you, Easy, for the paycheck. And three,
yeah,
I should probably wrestle, but I'm gonna stand and bang with him. And if I get knocked out, I've accepted that. What's that telling you going into a fight?
He's accepted the bag and he's gonna take his fucking money and walk. He's not asked. Sorry, go on, Naz. My name's not Naz.
No, but I don't know. He said he recently sparred with Ngannou, like 8 weeks ago, something like that, with his Joe Rogan show. He said he's sparring Ngannou again in a couple of days from that show. So if this guy's taking Ngannou's banks, well, maybe if he's taking them, maybe he's like, maybe I can level up. But Pereira got him, man. I know that was after a weight cut, and I know he's taking Ngannou's power like 210, 220, whatever, because he actually fought a light heavyweight, so he's pretty much a big guy now. The days of welterweight are over. But he just says crazy stuff. He does have a bit of a holdback. Dana's hired a security team. He made a fan punch him in the belly, and then he punched the fan back. And he's sparring with fans in the open workout. And on one of the bangs was pretty hard. It's this little like Arab-looking Australian kid, like 17 or 18, and he hit him pretty. One of the bangs was hard. I was like, "Sean, what the? Sean Strickland, I know, crazy."
I was watching it thinking, imagine he just goes up there and clocks him and just like gives him concussion, fucking 3 days out before the fight or something. You know what I mean?
Oh, that would be embarrassing.
That's crazy. But yeah, Cannonier is going to be weighing in, and big up the stumbling mum. I mean,
yeah, man.
You guys are crazy coming out with these crazy handles, crazy name, but we love you all, man. Keep racking them up. All at 2.0.
Like that.
The stumbling mom. I'm sure they're gonna come up with something for Naz.
They've got to.
The grumbling.
I mean?
My belly's grumbling, right?
This is getting crazy. This is getting crazy.
Yeah.
You know, out of control, but we love you all the same. We love you all the same, and big up yourselves. Strickland says in that media scrum, he wants to fight. Pause. Dick to dick with Easy. What's going on here, Jordan? Bro,
what are you coming to me for?
I gotta come to you with this one. You're the wrangling man. please ramble up on this one, man.
Mate, I don't want to ramble nothing on Dick to Dick. You can fucking ramble on that yourself, like, and then the stumbling mum can get up on it and all she wants. But fuck, mate,
you know what he means, man. He means face.
I know, mate. It's gonna be. That's going to be Strickland's stance, walk down, pace. That's what he does, isn't it? Yeah, I mean, he walks you down, he tries to box you, and he'll just keep doing that. He'll keep pushing forward. Izzy's just going to fucking dance around him, man. I think he's going to play with him for a couple of rounds, and then he's going to get it done in the third. That's where I'm thinking he's going with it. Like, but what if he submits him? He's been talking about that as well this week. He was like, I would have liked to get a submission. Maybe I'll get it on Strickland. Could he? Yeah, I mean, if you punished him enough, if for them leg kicks, you know what I mean? Because he feints them leg kicks a lot, and then boom, he'll get you. Boom, he'll get you. I think he's going to chop wood, and not the wood that Strickland's thinking about, but he's going to be chopping some wood, and then he's going to lay it on him. He's just going to play with him, man. And if Strickland goes in with the game plan of just walk him down and take shots, that's the way it's going to go. Like, but yeah, Dick to Dick, they can have at it. Like,
Whitaker.
I'm gonna be down under watching the fight, mate.
And people, I don't know if you've played Guess the Bodies on the thumbnail. Go and check out the thumbnail and guess the bodies on there. Naz, did you work out with the body?
Strickland's chest hairs.
Straight up, Strickland and Izzy, and I get Big Pedro. Yeah, I mean, I was like,
you've worked it out. You've worked it out, man. Boy, you
should give him tied to Nas's body.
And Leroy be doing some crazy work on them thumbnails, man. Big up.
I was drinking a cup of coffee when you sent me that, and I just about spat it across the room when I opened the picture up. Like,
oh, you joker.
Yeah, man, that was wicked, man. That's a wicked one still. Okay, we got Rampage Jackson is gonna be facing. Let me see what he says here.
This ain't good. This is not good news. Fighter,
how you say Shunova?
Something like that.
I watched every single season of the Ultimate Fighter more than twice.
I'm gonna stay with Daru, man. You know what I mean? I think Daru is good enough for me. I ain't trying to kill off that. I kill off a name. My murder rate on names is gotta be at the all-time high at this point. You know what I mean? I'm
telling you, we're gonna do something, man. We just need a Latino guy, yeah, and then we can say all the names between us. Like, I'll say the Arab names, you say the African ones, you say the proper English Scottish ones. Get the Latino guy to say, you know,
let them handle the Latino
South Americans.
I think I can sort that out. I know a man like.
Bro, we'll butcher the Asian names in the future, like.
Mate, I'll butcher the fucking English names. What are you on about?
I call him Jangalang. I don't call him Jinglang. I call him Jangalang.
One of my mates hit me with one of the best things ever. He turned around like that because I think one of my comments on my Spotify when I put a podcast up was what was the best fight of the night, and he comments going, the best fight of the night was you trying to fucking pronounce these names. I was like, fuck off.
That's a good one.
Oh, I done me dirty, like.
It's a bloody battle, isn't it? It's a bloody battle. Big up the Wolf Fang division, man. Salute to you, Wolf. I was on the show with him earlier on as well, man. Big up to you, man.
Nice, man. Yeah, he said that. Big up the Chelsea.
I was just asking Naz as well if he knows you, and at one point we're gonna get you on and we can chop up some MMA discussion. Now let's shift gears before we round up to EFC 107.
Yes,
right? And then we end up on easy. And well, actually, we just done easy. So yeah, we just finished off on EFC 107. There's some cool fights that's on there. Couple people that we know that are friends of the show. TK Tapiwa Katikati from Coach Moni's camp, and Bradley Swanepoel. Salute to those guys. We got Tumelo. Tumelo is from PFA SA. That's GI Jesse's camp. So he's going to be throwing down as well. I just got a message from him not too long ago. He's pumping at the beat to jump on the show. And for me, he's going to be the next number one contender for the Flyweight Championship, man. My words. He is that damn good. So keep your eyes peeled for Tumelo. We're going to be talking to him. We're going to be getting his whole view on the landscape of MMA in EFC, on African MMA, and also in the UFC as well. And the main one that we're really and big up Ayanda as well. Salute to Ayanda. Ayanda's on the card. Big up yourself, Ayanda. And
Well,
the
we'll
main
cover
one
the
that
whole
we've been
card
working
tomorrow.
with, the main one that we've been working with is been Black Panther and Gift the Day Walker. Right. This fight tomorrow, both for you, you've been very heavily involved in the build-up to this fight. Your
Bro.
last, I'm gonna come to you first, Jordan. Your last thoughts on the fight, the build-up, the fighters, how you think it'll end, and bear in mind, somebody's always got to go because none of these two guys have lost before. Jordan, let me come to you.
Mate, it's going to be
all of these, all those questions I put to you. How do you see it all panning out?
Mate, it's going to be an absolute war. The build-up has been great. I mean, seeing it all on Insta, seeing everything that's been popping off on Twitter and stuff like that as well. I've been following it all week. Even I'm mad hype for it. EFC is something, again, kind of like Cage Warriors for me. It was something that I've dabbled in but not been heavily into. But this fight this week has grabbed my attention. You know what I mean? It has pulled me right in. I've been looking at loads of people. You've been hooking me up and sending me boys left, right, and centre to check out. Mate, I am ready to watch this fight. And I'm same as you. I'm in work, but somehow I'm going to get it up and I'm going to be able to watch that because I can't miss this fight. It's going to be insane, man. You know what I mean? You've got KO victory after KO victory. We've got submission wins on both sides, rear naked chokes. Mate, like, this ain't making it. This ain't making it to the end of this fight. One of these boys is going to sleep respectfully, either way that it goes, because they're both phenomenal. And as I've said to you before, they've got very similar styles, the way they move. They were like, they get out of shots, they go bounce around the octagon, they find the place where they want to go, and they dart back in. You know, like, it's gonna be insane. It's gonna be absolute fireworks.
It's gonna be brilliant. I'm for one looking forward to it. Naz, you're gonna be covering this whole card, or the main card, shall I say, the main card on the Fight Week show for
3
people.
p.m. I'll probably start at 3 p.m. till
Right.
the 6 p.m. main event time.
So with you doing all that, but I want to get your thoughts before you get into the mode where you can't really be biased. You know what I mean?
I've been researching Gift Walker, man. I've been researching Gift Walker. So, as you said, no, it's got to go. And I even checked the amateur record, and that's where it helps solidify my biased decision. Obviously, I'm Team Black Panther, I'm Team Terrence. It is going to be a bit of a struggle. It was, I remember Bisping watching Anthony. It's like that's his guy. Like the guy that's there sometimes is now fighting. You know what I'm saying, for his fucking life. That's how it feels like. You know what I'm saying? Terrence would have been on this watch along if he wasn't fucking fighting. You know what I mean? Like, so I really want him to do it. It's not going to be easy. Thank gosh, unlike Bisping, I'm not commentating on this. Well, technically I am on YouTube. I try not to be too biased, but honestly, like from the way their nicknames are, super ultra cool characters, fucking Daywalker. I just think, oh, Blade was a mother effer. But then I go Black Panthers. Also, they both have that. They both have that energy as well. Like Gift Walker is more cool and calm. Terrence is ready to make an enemy and make it a real fight. You know, it reminds me of those fighters that try to make some meaning to the fight. I always do love those kind of, you know, Dana loves that kind of stuff as well. I'm sure if he does win this, or yeah, because this isn't just for the EFC title, this is for UFC interest. Whoever wins this is going to get.
They both said that.
They're going to be 5-0. They're going to be from South Africa. The fucking this like African boiling pot of just talent with every African flag you see as well. Like everyone's, it's Mazza out there. Like, and I'm just waiting for the UFC to just keep picking up these brothers. Like, yep, all right, here's the future. We've got Future Adesanya, Future Jones, got another Demetrius Johnson. Here we go. Yeah, let's just get the African versions. You know what I'm saying? I know they're going to try to pay them half price, take care of them. Shit. Mm-hmm. But I'm telling you, bro, these guys, this is the future for interest. Whether it's the Contender Series or straight into the flyweight, which is a thin-ass division. You can just go in there, fight the 16th guy. They do well, you know what I'm saying?
And there's some great matchups in there for both of them, yeah. I mean,
straight up, bro. And you know what I'm saying? Going there 5-0 and with a fight. That's why I want BP to win. He's ready to bring the storyline. I'm saying Black Panthers, I can see it in him. And as
that man was sitting cold in that interview too, shades on, just looking forward, looking straight. You know what I mean? It was just
he's
like,
about
what?
this life, basically.
He looks like a superstar as well, man. You know what I mean?
I'm sure he's been. I know Daywalker's been through, but I'm sure BP's been through some crazy South African shit. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like just from the stories you hear from people, from like Bisping on his podcast, or like you hear from John Ankman, the stories you hear. Even Sean Strickland went to fight South Africa. He was saying some crazy things happened there. South Africa is different, bruv. You survive there, the literal jungle. Like you both have the concrete jungle, like they always refer to in New York, and you also have the fucking actual wild, like just the energy, the air. I'm sure one of them is going to do well when they go to it. But as I said, he's undefeated, Terence, in both his amateur and his professional, and it's like 80% finish rate from both. And Walker did have 1 or 2 hiccups in his amateur career. That's, when I see that, I'm like, maybe he's not made out of, iron. Doesn't have that. They're all chokes. All these losses are chokes, so it's not like he doesn't have an iron chin. When someone's been tapped once, you're like, maybe he still has a bit of. But I want to see what happens, man. And
I watch them sometimes make a fighter as well, though. Yeah, I mean, sometimes they need that just to give them that little wake-up call or whatever it is. You know what I mean?
Especially when it's not a knockout loss, you always feel like you can improve madly. You're like, I should know better to get on this armbar.
Yeah.
And as you get to a high level, you don't really get submitted or unless you're tired, to be honest. But boy, man, I want to see this fight, man. I'm so happy it's 5 rounds because I feel like Terence might just need that to finish him late.
Right. For me, from my perspective, again, I've said it. I love these 2 guys. I got fantastic relationship with both of them. Both of them are down to earth people, but they're savages at the same time. And what I find different with Gift is he's indifferent to you. And when somebody's to him, you're just another day in the office. You're just another day in the office. He's indifferent. He don't care whether he knows you, whether you're a friend, whether you're an enemy, whether you're trying to beef, whether you're trying to make something of the fight. He's
like Cyril Gone type of guy.
He's just going to approach it the same way. Right. But Black Panther on the other side, it's always said his inspiration, one of the people that he looked up to early in the sport was Conor. Conor was a real person that really drew him because he's a young guy. You know what I mean?
Jeez.
That really drew him into the art of how he operates, and he loves to get in people's heads, whether he fucks with you or not. You know what I mean? Whether he's your brethren or not, whether he knows it would every last 3 or 4 fights that he's had and finished, he's had a good relationship with this guy. He knows them. Like he said, when I say we see in the gym, we respect each other, we chat with. But when it comes to fight week and then the weigh-ins and the face-off, he goes mad on them. Like today, he had no reason to go mad at Gift like that, but he just decided, bro, I'm putting it on him, and it's almost like with him, it's flicking the switch.
Yeah, so you need a reason to want to kill a man, really, don't you? I mean, you can't go in there liking him and respecting him and thinking, yeah, this brother's sound like. You walk in there, are you really going to show out? Are you really going to show up?
I just don't get how people do that. How they go in like it's a basketball game or football. Even football, I was out there to like really, like I know I grew up playing in the early 2000s. Yeah, I grew up like my coaches would applaud. It's kill or be killed mentality. I'm like, how do you not bring that? How do you do this? Oh, it's just a fun game, don't worry. I'm like, bro, how are you so calm? Like, what did you go through in your life? I don't know. Who knows what? I don't know, man. I just feel like that kill or be killed mentality is the best. And to activate it with some BS, some people do it quietly. Like Justin Gaethje will find some out of context line about you, about him, and just keep it to himself and run on that. Where Bisping will just provoke you and then made an enemy. Every fight has different reason, but he's the latter. He's provoking. He's trying to get a reaction out of them. And I love the intensity. Hopefully he brings it to find out. And he doesn't struggle to make weight at all. I can see Gift has to cut weight a bit. He's a bit taller.
Yeah, I mean, looks a bit bigger.
I saw Terence during his weight cut. He put it out there. The guy was loving life. He was just chilling. It was so loose. And look, every step till you get in the cage counts for people that really follow the sport and really know what it's about. Every single step till you get into the cage and start doing your thing, all of it counts because it's energy conservation as well, mentally and physically. So, I mean, good luck to both guys. Good luck to one of them is gonna win. Good luck to both of them. I wish them the best of luck. We as fans just want we want to be entertained. And I'm pretty sure these two guys are definitely going to deliver. They already said they're not shooting. It might take some kind of desperation to lead to the shooting, but both of them already said they ain't shooting. So it looks like
that's the best promotion you could do for any fight in life. Like whoever shoots first is a B. Just like Aljo and Sean even tried to do. Like whoever shoots. Like when you make a shooting bet or shooting talk, it's like okay, no, these guys are. I like that. That's the start of a good.
They're on some other smoke. They're on some other kind of smoke, man. So yeah, it's gonna be.
As the spectator, when you watch it, you're like, you shot first.
Especially if you sprawl and they don't catch the takedown. Especially if you sprawl and the sprawl comes good and they don't catch the takedown.
Especially when it's a failed takedown. It's like, you went and you failed.
It's gonna be horrible.
Double sword.
It's gonna be horrible. It's gonna be horrible. But yeah, bro, I'm looking forward to it. We're gonna bring both of them back after the fight as well. Not straight after the fight, obviously, give them time to calm down and soak it in and everything else, and then eventually, hopefully before the following week runs out, we're gonna get both of them back on the channel so they can tell us, break down what it was like being in and around each other in the octagon. I don't think we're gonna be bringing both of them back together. We'll bring them back separately. But it's something that I'm really, really looking forward to, man. And bro, it's gonna be a good one tomorrow. For me, I can't wait. We got one more sleep to get to it. And I'm just buzzing, and I'm so grateful to all of you, my whole team that's been involved in the build-up, that's been involved in the promotion. Shout out to Hotso Ramopo, the voice of African MMA, the African Bruce Buffer himself. He's been heavily involved in the thing as well, man. So shout out to Hotso Ramopo. He's gonna be joining us on Saturday for the for the Sydney watch along. So keep it locked on here.
My man better be wearing one of them fly ass jackets that he's got. I'm telling you.
I think he's just gonna be chilling at home. But hey, listen, that brother there he always styles it up, man. He always styles it up. And he's gonna be joining us as well as Joffy Houghton, Tom Aspinall's training partner, is gonna be joining us for the watch along as well, man. So we're gonna have a stack panel for the watch along. Trust me, people, you don't want to miss it. Make sure you join us for it on Saturday. And big up my son in the chat, Jala. Salute to you, my G. Big up yourself. That's my boy right there. That's
you got a baller in the house.
And man, big up my son right there. One last thing, I wanted to do a fight announcement that's just come out. This is one that got me excited when I saw it, and I wanted to get a quick take from both of you before we leave. And this is going to be the last one. I'll come to you first, Jordan, because you're Scottish. We got Brendan Allen and Paul Craig, the bear Jew, on this one. This is crazy, bruv. I did not see this fight coming up like this, but I love it because these are two crazy submission artists. They both gonna be looking for submission. We always talk about striker versus striker. These two men are submission artists, and they are damn good at what they do. What's your take on this one, please, Jordan?
Mate, well, the thing is, though, grapple versus grappler, they always come out striking to begin with, don't they? I mean, look at Pedro Munoz and fucking Paul Craig in London there as well, mate. But middleweight Paul Craig is a different animal, mate. See, watching what he done to Pedro Munoz, got out of that triangle threat that he got stuck in for a quick minute. I was like, oh shit, that's tight. You know what I mean? And then he absolutely dominated, ran in, big heavy digs, got him down, transitioned into mount, and that was it. Good night. Elbows were flying in, fucking lefts and rights were flying in. He got the job done. Paul Craig as a middleweight is scary, man. Like, and is this his first headline as headliner of the card? Yeah, I mean, absolutely phenomenal to be doing that. It's in the Apex as well, I think it is, isn't it? First main event for him.
Nice.
It's just going to be great for Scottish MMA as well. Yeah, I mean, it's putting right up there at the top. Like I said to you before as well, him, Chris Duncan. We've obviously had Robert Whiteford there before and Stevie Ray and things. You know what I mean? But this is really going to top it off, and I think it also lines up anything that the UFC are looking at for further cards in the UK, but different locations. They've been to Glasgow before. Let's bring it back. Paul Craig gets in there, smashes this man quick time, gets the job done, showcases his skills, shows what he's got. Boom. Let's get an event on in Glasgow. Let's get Paul Craig on the main card. mate, let's pack that shit to the gills, and it will be fucking fire. Honestly, I can't wait for it.
You've heard it from the rambling dad. What about you?
Wait,
Nally,
when's
right?
the last fight in Scotland? Bisbing versus Tyler Slade.
It was who else was on it? Fucking hell. I think it was, wasn't it? And mate, I'm actually gonna need to look that one up.
Nas be asking these crazy ass questions, man. You know what I mean?
mate.
Yeah, because I was like, it's been a while. It's been a while.
It's
since
been a
we
minute.
last
It's been a
spoke.
minute. It's
I'm
been
like,
a minute.
that's a spot as
Anyone
well,
knows
man.
the
That's a
chat,
nice.
please let us know. Leroy, if you
Oh,
know.
it was Nelson and Panzibio, wasn't it?
Oh yes, I remember that
Let's
fight.
have a look.
Well,
Yeah,
I
Nelson and
even remember
Panzibio.
I ain't even
Gunnar
remember.
Nelson.
Nelson
Right,
trying to
I
fight like
remember
Conor McGregor.
Please give me your take on this fight. Give me your take on this fight, bro.
Yeah, man, Paul Craig, like that is he has the highest. Must live on the top of the Highlands. His accent.
You're killing these accents tonight. You're just going through every single one of them.
I love his voice. I'm not gonna lie. He could sell it. He could do a good advert. Like he could do the best Scottish whiskey advert, and I'll be like, I'm buying it. But, yeah, you probably watch his little. Did you watch his little couch documentary, little interview with MK Morning Combat? He lets a lot of stuff out about his life, man. He's a sick guy, man, and I rate him for he's done and what he's been through.
He was a teacher before all of this.
I thought he really
He was a
quit
primary
late and
school
kind of
teacher before all of this.
maths or something. I'm like, this guy.
Fucking mental,
Like,
man.
some people are built for jiu-jitsu. So
Oh,
when
shout
they
out to the Levered podcast as well. I don't know if you've listened to any of his stuff with Ross Cooper and Chris Bungard on there, mate. Their podcast, the Levered
Are they
podcast,
on YouTube as well, yeah.
YouTube, Spotify, I think the Patreon, all of it. Shout out to them, mate, because it
Put
is.
the link of your boys in the flipping chat next time, or even in the
Yeah,
private
man.
chat just for me, then I'll put it here. But yeah, man, Paul Craig, Brendan Allen though, he is a jiu-jitsu guy as well. You know what I'm saying? He's a young jiu-jitsu guy, and he's doing that bounce around training. He has a sports psychiatrist now, and he's trying to level it up. And he always comes on the Bilal Muhammad show, and he always seems to be talking about how he's changing the things and he's learning new things. And he talks about his past self in such a low way. And sometimes I like that. He's like, oh man, I've leveled up so much more than when I was young. Sean Strickland talks about that a bit as well. I'm like, I like it when fighters recognize that. Paul Craig, not really. He came in at that age where he was kind of older, and he is who he is. But now he's kind of who he is at middleweight. If he could just perfect that weight cut, I don't think he perfected it last time. He said it was easier than he thought, but I don't think he perfected it. I want to perfect
He's got a new nutritionalist and all the rest of it as well that were doing it properly. He spoke about having enough time, a good 12 weeks to get the camp bang on for where they want it for this guy. I mean, like, I don't think he's going to find it that difficult.
If he can make weight, come out of America early and fight in that small arena, that small arena, like, that's going to help him big time. I'm saying in London, you're fighting that big old 30 by 30. This one's what did they say? 33% smaller.
Yeah, 25.
I mean, I've got a clip, I think, in my YouTube shorts or maybe on my channel. Anybody that cares to go and have a look at it, Paul Craig's finish in London. And I mean, you'll need to listen to me screaming through it because I was going absolutely mental. But the angle,
he's the one
mate,
that woke the crowd up. He was the one. That's where the main event came from.
Yeah.
Like, all right, here's the gigameter. The whole day it's like this, and then he comes up, ding.
Yeah,
it's like, wait, who the hell's this guy?
It's wild.
How does he wake up the London crowd?
That's it. He's a character as well. Yeah, I mean, he's not just like a good fighter, not just technical Brazilian jiu-jitsu artist. Like, he's a good character who comes out with a blue fucking face paint in his face, like Braveheart, screaming his chops off.
That's
I
crazy.
mean, like,
I love that.
mate.
Yeah, man. Look, he's the proper limb collector, man. Like, this brother be collecting limbs, man. Like, I still can't get that Jamal Hill finish out of my mind, bro. Like, he literally pulled his shit out of the socket, bro.
I know, yeah.
Like,
and he was looking at the ref going, "This motherfucker's arms broke. Are you gonna stop this fight or what?" Yeah, I mean,
it was nasty. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that fight, and that fight happens on my birthday as well, November 18th. So yeah, that's definitely one that I'm definitely going to be sipping on some whiskey. And,
see how he dropped that now? So that man's wanting a birthday card or something. Like, see how he dropped that in there? Then he was like, "Yeah, that's my birthday, boys. Remember that one."
Yeah, man. You don't remember that, yeah? So Saturday, November 18th, Paul Craig fighting Brendan Allen on my birthday. So yeah, man, he's gonna be indulging in some 420, some whiskey. You know what I mean? We're gonna do what we do. You get me?
Stay high, as he always says.
Come on. Hey, people,
Yeah, I mean,
come to the
you
end
know,
of the
whoever
show.
wins this is the best jiu-jitsu guy in middleweight. It's like, all right, let's see. You're
Oh,
whoever,
100%. Right.
you're the guy, because they're both submission machines. Paulie Craiguinho, he might as well be Brazilian with the amount of submissions he has.
Yeah, when you think about it like that, yeah, I mean the submission rate is crazy.
He's a
It's
murderer.
absolutely-
His legs could crush a fucking rhino's neck or something. He just looks like he has so much torque and power.
Yeah, man, it's a mad one. Big up everybody that's been in the chat tonight, man. Salute to Afro Thunder, Fight Week Showcase, Wolfgang Division, Snoopy Triple G, Caption Saved, Oyabo Son, George G. Salute to all of you guys that make this show possible to put on, and we need more of you.
Yeah,
We
sure.
got All Out 2.0. We got the Stumbling Mom. We're gonna have a nice thing very, very soon. The way it's going. So big up to everybody that's making this shit go like every time, man. Salute to all of you, man. We love
There you
you
go.
guys, man. Salute to all of you. And
Cheers.
yeah, we've come to the end of the show, man. And I'm gonna leave you with the promo that we'll use to build up this EFC 107. Make sure you tune into that fight there tomorrow. We want to get as much eyes on that fight as much as possible. And if you can't get to it, come and watch Naz talk about it on the Fight Week show. He's going to be doing a watch along to it. So if you're not watching it direct, you can at least watch it vicariously through Naz. You know what I mean?
It's not copyright. It's
I
copyright
do have
protected,
one or
right?
two big ones.
I just get that in there.
Well, I'm gonna show it every now and then. I'm gonna show the EFC when we're out. There you go. Well, I'll tell my little other screen around
Yeah, man. Big up, man.
just for the
yeah.
highlights.
And up onto the next video, people, which is going to be tomorrow, when Naz is doing the watch along. We're going to see you there. Hasta la vista. Salute, people. We're out.
Peace.
Big up. It's a sniper.
Terence Boello is a hungry young man.
It is up for grabs once more between two incredible athletes.
EFC 107.
Striking game. Phenomenal. Goes down with body.
Live from the EFC Performance Institute. Ladies and gentlemen, someone's O has got to go.
Oh man, it's gonna be fireworks.
Terence, the Black Panther Valelo.
Gift the Day Walker.
These are two warriors, the baddest men on the continent, going head to head for the biggest prize in African MMA.
In the EFC Flyweight Championship of the World.